Welcome.
Today we will be sharing with you important information on some of America's greatest leaders, past and present. We will be showing you the pros and cons of each of these American presidents.
They are all considered role models, but only one should be recognized as a good leader for the South African children.
Thomas Jefferson and John Adams, our founding fathers, shouldn't be included as role models for children.
Our current president, Barack Obama, is the first African American president of the United States and America's 44th president. He is a good example for the children.
He is a leader worth imitating and is held in high regard in our American society. The two main reasons why John Adams isn't the true example of a leader is because of the XYZ affair and the Alien Sedition Acts.
Thomas Jefferson wrote the words, "All men are created equal" in the Declaration of Independence. How can anyone look up to a man who didn't honor his own words when he himself was a plantation owner?
Out of the three men we will talk to you about, John Adams is probably the worst.
From the XYZ affair to the Alien and Sedition Acts, John Adams was definitely not the best president.
The XYZ affair lasted from March of 1797 to 1800. It started with American ships being regularly bothered by French vessels. John Adams then sent ministers to France to try to stop this. 3 French diplomats responded by wanting bribes to maintain peace. Adams was afraid of war, so he tried to increase the military.
When the affair was over, France and the U.S. began the quasi-war.
Adams released a French letter asking for a bribe, replacing the French signatures with the letters X, Y, and Z. During his XYZ affair speech in 1797, he summarized what happened. This did not make up for what acts he committed during this affair.
He put America in position for a war that they would probably lose, and his foreign policy seemed childish and arrogant.
Another reason John Adams was a bad president was because of the Alien and Sedition Acts.
Those acts were passed to limit immigration and free speech. The acts were eventually used against opponents of the Federalists, leading to arrests and censorship.
The Alien Sedition Acts were very unconstitutional because they went against freedom of speech.
Throughout John Adams' presidency, he made some bad and childish decisions. You wouldn't want a childish person to be a role model for kids.
Another leader of America that isn't a good role model was Thomas Jefferson.
One reason that Thomas Jefferson is not a good role model for children is because of the Embargo Act of 1807. It banned foreign trade, which hurt the economy of the United States.
This was intended to hurt the economy of Britain and France, but instead it hurt the U.S. economy. New England was hurt the hardest. Another reason is because he was a plantation owner and owned slaves. He had an affair with Sally Hemings in the early 1800s.
This behavior is not something that should be looked up to or tolerated. Obama respects all races and heritages, and he would never have an affair.
Thomas Jefferson's decision making hurt the U.S., and it was important for kids to have good decision making skills throughout life. Our final person to be judged as either someone that should not be looked up to or a role model is Barack Obama.
One of the best current role models is Obama. He was born in Honolulu, Hawaii in 1961. He is a graduate of Columbia University and Harvard Law School.
He served 3 terms as Illinois State Senator, and he ran for President of the United States in 2008 and was inaugurated as President on January 20, 2009. Later that year, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize.
Obama symbolizes leadership, hard work, and the American dream. He achieved his goals and became one of the most powerful men in the world.
We are not just saying he is a good role model because he is a president. He is the right role model because he does the right things at the right time and does not mess up like John Adams and Thomas Jefferson. Thank you for watching. Hope you have been given the right information to know who should be a good role model for South African children.